Your film is in a film canister, and the canister itself is in 3 parts. The film is completely sensitive to light, so you can't do this in the light. Do not even dream of doing this in the light. You are going to have your hands in a black bag, and you're going to pull your canister apart by twisting off the top and putting it out of the way. You're going to need that, don't lose it, but it'll be in the bag. You're going to get hold of the knob at the end of the film canister and pull the film out of the canister in the black bag. Your film can then unwind from the canister like that. So you'll have a long length of film inside the bag. Your film already has a cut end on it that's shaped like that. That was so that it would load in the camera. You need to get rid of that cut end. So you need to cut it straight across. You're doing this in a black bag and you can't see it, so that's all by feel. So you're going to have a chance to practice with a practice film first, like this, one that's already been ruined. The next thing you need to do is you need to put it onto a spiral. Let's get a nice spiral. So this is the easiest form of spiral to use. On this form of spiral, you've got 2 very large plastic areas there. You've got like a little shelf that you can put your film on. You feed it through, you pull it out the other side, then you put your thumbs on the 2 big notches next to the plastic shelves, and you just rotate your hands. And it will feed your film into the spiral just by rotating your hands. It's doing that by way of 2 ball bearings inside the spiral. And then when you get to the middle, you can literally just tear it off because it's only held on with a piece of masking tape. And you can pull it into your spiral, and that's done. Once you've got it on the spiral, also in the black bag, you will have a whole set of equipment. So also in your black bag, you will have a developing tank, a spindle, a funnel, which goes the way up of the funnel, and a lid. And there's 2 possible sets of equipment. So there's that set, and there's this set which looks slightly different. So this one has a screw lid and, a screw developing tank and a screw lid or funnel, and it has a much smaller red lid, and the spindle has lines around it. So that's a totally different set of equipment, only one set fits together. Put your spindle in the middle of your developing tank. It just sits in there, it wobbles about, it's meant to. Take your spiral when you've got your film on it and push it down over the spindle, right down to the bottom. It's important it goes right to the bottom. Get your funnel the right way up to be a funnel, put it into your developing tank. If you've got this set, you're screwing it into the tank. If you've got this set, you're giving it a hefty turn until it clicks. If it hasn't clicked, it's not fully on. If it hasn't clicked and you try and pick it up, it'll do that. If it has clicked and you try and pick it up, it'll do that. So you can check. Once it's in there, it is now light tight. The light can't get through, but to be doubly sure, put the lid on, and then you've finished inside the black bag, and you can take your hands out of the black bag. Okay, so that's putting your film onto a spiral. The other sort of spiral, let's just unload everything. This was the easy spiral to use. The other sort of spiral, which we've got more of, doesn't have those very large white bits there. It has much smaller bits here. So it's got 2 small triangles sticking out really. You put your film, and you're doing this without looking at it because you're in the black bag, you put your film underneath those 2. You need to pull it till it goes over these ball bearings, so you're pulling it a short way. And then you're doing exactly the same. You're putting your thumbs on those 2 notches and you're twisting your hands. And once again, it will wind the whole film in. Okay? Like that. That's the bit I want you all to practice first. So that bit you do in the light with a spare bit of film. Do it twice, and then do it under the table, because then you can't cheat. If I ask you to close your eyes, you'll peep every now and then. If you do it with your hands under the table, you won't know what you're doing, and hopefully you'll get it right. Once you're confident that you can do it properly, you're going to do it with your actual film into the black bag. Let's go over here. So this is the black bag. The black bag is actually 2 bags. So there is an inner bag and an outer bag. It's not a t-shirt, it doesn't have a neck. You put your arms inside the top, and you will have put everything else inside here, and you will have done up all the zips. So there are 2 zips, 1 on each bag, and they go in opposite directions. So you'll put everything inside the inner bag, and you'll do up the 2 zips. Hopefully you're not getting caught. Then you'll put your arms in there, and then you'll go through all that process. If you are speedy at this, you will have your hands in this black bag for about a minute. If you're slow at this, you'll have your hands in this black bag for about an hour, and it'll get sweaty and horrible.